Ladies and gentlemen,
What's that?
the comeback vlog
Alright.
intro. Should I use the old one? Or the new one? Or make a new one? I don't know. Where are you going?
Oh.
Come back. We're talking.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's what this is gonna be. This is gonna be
Hi.
This is gonna be a
Oh,
like
yeah.
right here in this part.
Right here?
It's gonna be like us talking about like where we've been, what we've been up to, and then like what to expect this weekend. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Like that's what we're gonna do here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
should we do that?
Sure.
Hey everybody. This is Dad, other known. This is Dad, also known as Tim.
Hi.
You gonna introduce me?
This guy's Brady.
That's me.
The last I looked.
What else would I be?
I don't know.
Alright. So basically, enough of our stupid intro funny stuff. We're back. We're making vlogs again. You have anything to say about us making vlogs again?
It's nice to be back.
It is nice to be back. I've been busy. I also wasn't looking at the camera. That's embarrassing. I forgot how you do this. I've been looking at the screen. That's bad.
When you gotta look here?
I gotta look.
Not
there.
here.
No, I gotta look.
Oh,
There.
look at the.
Yeah, I know you haven't seen the wide angle. Stop. Alright.
I'm sorry.
So, anyways.
Hi. Hi again.
We're back. We're gonna make some vlogs again. I've been really busy. I've tried like 3 or 4 times to make a comeback vlog, and it hasn't worked out. I don't know, I haven't felt it, which is kind of sad, you know, to be honest, that I haven't felt it, but like, I just haven't. But I've really been wanting to do it again lately, and like...
And what a perfect opportunity to come back starting tomorrow.
Spooky time season.
Spooky time.
Season. Basically, this vlog here, we wanted to do like a little pre-video thing, because we've been gone for, what was that last time I checked? Oh yeah, like a year, basically. The last time I filmed a vlog on the channel uploaded was just short of a year ago, and the last time I uploaded was 10 months ago. I don't have a watch, I just wanted to be funny. Yeah.
You've tried though.
We have.
There's lots of like video clips
There's lots.
from the last like few months.
Yeah, like the last couple months I've been slowly wanting to do it, but now I've finally really felt the push to vlog again.
So
I might put some of those out into like one like
yeah.
big like what you missed in the Brady 1.5 around Orlando vlog season.
there you go.
This is season 2. That's such a cliche YouTube thing. Guys, I'm back. Season 2 of the channel. I don't think we can do that. Nah. So basically we're back.
That's it. We're back.
Yeah.
End of story.
Basically what's going on though, I've said basically a lot.
Yeah, cool.
Get one in.
Basically.
Yeah. Basically, tomorrow, well, I don't know when you're seeing this. It'll either be today or tomorrow. No, I think it'll be tomorrow. I'm going to get this up. Tomorrow is the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights 29.
Mm-hmm.
And, with the hurricane. Oh, by the way, we had a hurricane.
Well.
We didn't. The Bahamas did. Pretty sad. Looks awful there. Yeah.
We got lucky.
We got lucky. And basically, tomorrow
You're not allowed to You're not allowed to use that word again.
Tomorrow's
Ever.
HHN29 opening night, but because of the hurricane and like the lack of school, I don't have a football game for marching band, which
Hey, you can go tomorrow night.
I can go tomorrow night.
It was just going to be me.
Opening night. I have not been since my very first year at HHN26. So this is crazy and I'm really excited. But I'll be there tomorrow. So that's cool. And this video here, like I was trying to say, this one here,
It's the hype video.
the hype list. So that you guys know what we're walking into tomorrow, how we're feeling about everything, and like, we'll see throughout the season what stays, what changes. So,
I'm excited, so let's do this.
Alright, so your number 1 house is...
Hello and welcome to the HHN29 anticipation video. This is our 3rd one, I think. Yeah, I think, because I skipped last year. But anyways, we're back, as you just saw from that fun intro. And by fun, I mean obnoxiously embarrassing, but that's okay. we're back. I wanted to do vlogs again. I had a little patch of not wanting to do them, and I'm back. And tomorrow, or today, I still don't know when you're seeing this, but I think tomorrow is HHN29 opening night. So let's get into it. We're going to do what we've done in the past. We'll go through the house descriptions, and then we'll go through the scare zone descriptions and the show descriptions. And then we will rank them from 10 to 1 and 5 to 1 with the scare zones, and then I guess just 2 to 1 with the shows because there's only 2 this year. So here we go.
Stranger Things. This year you'll experience an all-new haunted house where you will travel back to the small town of Hawkins, Indiana, and walk through some of the most terrifying scenes from Stranger Things 2 and 3. Not only will you come face to face with snarling demodogs, but you will also make your way through iconic scenes and locations from Chief Hopper's cabin to the Starcourt Mall.
Nightingale's Blood Pit. Ancient Rome is suffering its worst drought in centuries. The ruthless emperor has declared the gladiatorial games to continue non-stop until the rains return. The gruesome bloodshed of the games is horrifying enough, but then comes to the creatures. As the blood soaks into the earth, the nightingales feed on the dead and dying. The nightingales are a grisly race of creatures that have been here since the dawn of time. You may think you're familiar with their past feeding frenzies, but you haven't seen them like this. You'll try to survive alongside the gladiators as the ravenous nightingales tear into their victims and notice that fresh blood has come into their midst.
Universal Monsters. Come face to face with Dracula in his gothic castle, the Wolfman in a dark Bavarian forest, and the man-made monster within Dr. Frankenstein's lab. And if you survive them, you still may encounter the vicious creature of the Black Lagoon, the ancient evil of the mummy, and more.
Depths of Fear. The workers of a deep-sea mining company have found themselves in a dire situation. They've delved too deep and encountered a parasitic race of creatures that turn out to be deadly. Panic ensues as you find yourself encountering infected miners and acidic creatures. The pressure builds as the self-destruct sequence counts down to the inevitable implosion of the facility. As you venture further into the depths, you'll encounter the creatures known only as the Mouth Brooders. Picture being trapped in a claustrophobic mining installation underwater with a countless number of these slithering monsters. Your worst nightmare will come to life as these fiends spew flesh-eating acidic eggs at human hosts, and you witness miners being driven mad by the infection.
Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. Deep in the remote tundra of the Yukon, loggers and trappers seek refuge from the frigid grip of an Arctic blizzard. But out in the darkness, a terror lurks far more dangerous than a deluge of snow and ice. These unfortunate souls have intruded into a territory that is haunted by their worst nightmares. Enter a logging camp that's been torn apart, floors caked with snow, bones, and gore. Right outside, screams are frozen on the faces of those who fled the towering monsters, only to succumb to the elements. But there is no escape from beasts as brutal as the winter. Just when you thought the only thing to fear was the elements, an icy terror will descend over you. Cringe at the trail of blood leading to caves none have lived to see. As you enter the labyrinth of caves, you'll hear the screaming echoes of those who couldn't escape the inevitable. If you survive long enough to see the end, you're likely to find the remains of those who came before you and meet their same demise. You're in Yeti territory now. They're stone cold, vicious, and will stop at anything for a taste of blood. If the cold doesn't get you, they will.
Ghostbusters. Celebrating its 35th anniversary, you'll jump through the movie screen of the original 1984 film and walk through some of your favorite scenes like the Temple of Gozer and more. In this haunted house, you'll be transported to the streets of New York as the rift between worlds opens, releasing ghoulish spirits, hideous specters, and ectoplasmic dripping phantasms in every shape and size. Come face to face with the voracious Slimer, the all-powered Gozer the Gozerian, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and more. Peter, Ray, Egon, and Winston will have to save the day as these paranormal creatures materialize in unexpected places. But will their proton packs be enough?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Go beyond the mayhem and madness of last year's wildly popular scare zone and step right up for an entire haunted house experience based on the cult classic film, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This new experience will feature a gaggle of new characters including the baby clowns, Bogo, and Clownzilla, as well as new scenery like the clown's circus tent spaceship and the cotton candy cocoon storage room where they keep their victims. Throughout the house, your sense of fear will be triggered by your sense of smell as you encounter strong whiffs of familiar fairground fare like sweet cotton candy, stale buttery popcorn, and ice cream. Don't be fooled though. These otherwise pleasant aromas are a sign of the murderous gang of clowns that awaits you as you move from scene to scene. Try to evade them or you're likely to end up captured in one of their cotton candy cocoons and doomed to a terrible fate. There will be no escaping the big teeth of the Big Top.
Us. In this new haunted house, you'll walk through the Wilson family beach house in Santa Cruz Pier, where you might spot a familiar character outside of the fun house. You'll also venture through the unnerving tunnels that stretch for miles deep below America and come face to face with the Tethered, a group of terrifying doppelgangers of every living man, woman, and child in the country. You'll quickly discover that you are your own worst enemy. Follow in the footsteps of Adelaide Wilson as she experiences a horrifying and traumatic encounter with her tethered double, Red. Watch her face off with her menacing mirror image in a deadly dance with a fatal ending. As you venture deeper through the haunted house, you will be transported to modern day and witness the Tethered rise up from the underground labyrinth, ready to take on their privileged upper world counterparts determined to enact their plan of murder and revenge. Prepare to run for your life, as there is no escaping yourself.
Graveyard Games. In the Ascension Parish Cemetery, it's normal to find teens playing amongst the tombstones. You'll find yourself witnessing the repercussions of the disrespectful antics of two teens who have awakened the spirits of the dead. As you roam through the cemetery, you'll wind through dark mausoleums and decaying piles of coffins. Ghosts of every shape and form will rise from the tombstones to exact their revenge as you try to escape the maze of crumbling tombstones and mausoleums. Skeletal beings, ghastly apparitions, and vengeful spirits will try to drag you to the grave, and in the end you'll find out what happened to those who set out to deface the cemetery.
House of 1,000 Corpses. This fall, you'll discover firsthand why this house is built on horror. Come face to face with the psychotic Firefly family and their collection of blood and gore. Watch the legend of Dr. Satan come to life right before your eyes. Keep a lookout for the latest addition to Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen, Fish Boy. And if you're lucky, you'll escape the house as fast as a rabbit, minus the fluffy bunny costume and tragic ending.
Vikings, Undead. We're all familiar with the brutal Viking warriors. It's terrifying enough thinking about facing them alive. Now picture facing them as the undead. They have risen and laid siege to Central Park with an onslaught of gore. Bloodlust never dies.
Vanity Ball. Beauty is pain, literally. In the streets of Hollywood, your flesh becomes the canvas as blade-wielding artists slice up willing participants into horrific living works of art. Here, going under the knife takes on a whole other meaning.
An arcade. An 80s-inspired arcade has taken over Avenue of the Stars. At first glance, you may think it's a party. However, you quickly learn that game over means a permanent end for you. A gang of neon slashers are out to play, and this is one game you won't want to lose.
Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe. You know his music, now it's time to live it. Step into the heavy metal horror of Rob Zombie's music and imagery in this pulse-pounding scare zone. From otherworldly beings to brutal maniacs, you'll come face to face with his twisted creations as the music cranks to a frenzy.
Zombieland, Double Tap. It's time to brush up on those rules of survival. Based on the hit film and its upcoming sequel, the scare zone puts you in the middle of the United States of Zombieland. The infection has spread and bloodthirsty zombies are everywhere. The most important rule to remember, always double tap.
Halloween Marathon of Mayhem. Grab a bucket of popcorn and get ready as the lagoon lights up with iconic scenes from Netflix Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, Universal Monsters, and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This new show features a blend of fountain-based media, state-of-the-art technologies, and special effects in a new way. This is one 80s nightmare you won't want to miss.
Academy of Villains, Altered States. Academy of Villains returns in an epic experiment of mind and body. Man's true nature is dragged out into the dark, Gothic streets of anarchy. This wickedly talented group of artists is back for an all-new performance featuring a killer mix of visionary dance and extraordinary theatrics.
Now we're going to rank the shows. We're going to start with number 2 and go to number 1. My number 2 show is Academy of Villains. These guys have been here since 26, and they're really awesome. To be honest, I didn't see the show last year, but I still really respect what they're doing, and I think that my favorite show that I've seen in the years of HHN was Academy of Villains 26, so hopefully there's some of that energy again this year, and they will kill it.
My number 2 anticipated show is Academy of Villains, Altered States. I did not get to see this show last year. I actually enjoyed this when it was out in the streets, so I wish they would actually bring it back to the streets and not in the theater. but still looking forward to it, and I actually will catch it this year.
Number one most anticipated show this year is the new show on the Lagoon, Halloween Marathon of Mayhem. Not gonna lie, already watched some videos from team member previews. Looks sick as heck, and I can't wait.
My number one and most anticipated show is Halloween Marathon of Mayhem. This is going to be the show that's in the Lagoon this year. Just pretty excited to see, water and lights and pictures on the water from all of the IPs that are at the event this year. Now we're going to rank our scare zones, going from number 5 to number 1. So number 5 on my most anticipated scare zones is Vanity Ball. Not sure how I feel about this zone yet. Obviously, once we get to the event, this could change from number 5. You never know. But this basically is loosely based on some nip and tuck sessions, from what I hear.
My number 5 most anticipated zone is an arcade. Yeah, basically that's all I got. It just doesn't really appeal to me that much. I mean, I like the 80s arcade idea, but I'm not sure how well it'll translate to a scare zone, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see tomorrow.
Number 4 on my most anticipated scare zone is Zombieland Double Tap. I'm pretty excited about this area. I love the movie, and I'm excited for the new one that will be coming out.
My number 4 scare zone is Vanity Ball. The zone sounds pretty cool, and I'm honestly pretty excited about all the zones this year except maybe an arcade. This one is somewhere between the line of excited and an arcade, but should be fun. I think there's going to be a lot of cool creature looking, like messed up patients, so I kind of like that vibe where it's not full monster but still partially human, so we'll check it out.
Number 3 for scare zones is Vikings Undead. All I have to say, Vikings, man. Vikings.
My number 3 zone is Zombieland Double Tap. Zombieland is a really cool movie, pretty fun, so should make a cool zone. I think the zombie thing is a little overdone, but what can you do? Zombies are popular, so that's why it's number 3.
Number 2 for scare zones is Anarcade. I'm kind of excited to see what they do with video games and neon colors. So let's see what happens.
My number 2 zone is Hellbilly Deluxe, which is the Rob Zombie zone. It should be really cool. His music is spooky, so it should make a cool translation to his zone. I also appreciate the fact that they're using music to shape a zone, so that's pretty cool, and they're relying on that heavily, which I like. And also the fact that we went and looked at the props maybe influenced this a little bit because it looks dang cool.
And my number 1 most anticipated scare zone is Hellbilly Deluxe. Super excited to see Rob Zombie's zone with his music from this CD combined with all the props that we've seen out there. I think this is going to be a killer zone. I think a lot of people are going to love this.
One most anticipated zone is Vikings Undead. I'm a fan of Vikings, and that's pretty much all. I really just like the whole Viking idea. They're cool. They'll definitely do something cool with it. At first, when I read it, I was like, what are they going to do with Vikings? But then I was like, nah, they are good at what they do, and they'll make something cool out of Vikings. So, looking forward to see what they do with the Vikings. Now we will rank our most anticipated houses of the year in order of number 10 to number 1. My number 10 house is Us. I saw this movie right when it came out. I really liked Get Out. This movie wasn't as good as Get Out to me. The plot was a little hard to follow, to be honest. I know his movies are all about hidden messages and twists, but even the twist took me some theory videos to understand, which, I mean, that's good and bad. It's interesting. But the main reason it's at the bottom, and it's not even that it's at the bottom, it's just number 10. I'm excited for all the houses. It's just because I'm not entirely sure how they'll translate, like, scares to this one. Because, like, it's just a bunch of twins in red jumpsuits. Like, I don't know. I think the set design will be cool, and I'm sure that it'll surprise me and I'll like it. But as of right now, number 10.
So coming in at number 10 is Us. So watching this movie, I really did not enjoy it at all. I'll go as far as to say that I didn't like this movie. But I think this could be a good house. I think all the houses are going to be shuffling around as the season goes. But this is number 10 for me right now.
My number 9 is Nightingales, which my friend Connor, he'll be a little disappointed because I think this is like one of his top 3. But Nightingales, it's like gladiators and like creatures and stuff, and like, yeah, I don't know. The theme doesn't speak too far to me, but I still think it'll be good, obviously. Like I said, I think this year all of the houses are going to be really good. Like, they all have really great potential. It's just a matter of ranking them. So number 9 is Nightingales.
In at number 9 is Depths of Fear. Not sure how you feel about this house. I think it's going to be cool. About a mining corporation that built some kind of installation in some infested waters. So it could be cool. I just don't want to see like some reused things that we've seen for like underwater scenes from the other houses in previous years. But I think this house might look really good though.
So my number 8 house is Depths of Fear. This house should be pretty cool. It's about the underwater mining disaster and then like the creatures and stuff. So I'm pretty excited.
My number 8 is Graveyard Games. Kind of excited about this one. I have a feeling this one also might jump up in the list. But I'm pretty excited about like just a old school like haunted house. Plain and simple.
Alright, so my number 7 is Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. Swamp Yeti last year was an instant classic from Slaughter Cinema, so I'm excited that we're getting a Yeti in some form this year for a house, and it should be cool.
Coming in at number 7 for me is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think this is probably going to be the fun house of the year. Maybe not so much comedy, but maybe some comedy. But I think this place is going to look amazing set-wise. I can't wait to see the spaceship tent.
Alright, so my number 6 is House of a Thousand Corpses. I will start by saying that I absolutely hated this movie, but I think that it'll make a really, really cool house, and the set designs will really lend themselves well to a haunted house.
Number 6 is Nightingale's Blood Pit. I'm just pretty excited to see some gladiators. It'll be fun watching them like mess people up.
Okay, so my number 5 is Killer Clowns. This house is going to be really cool. To be 100% honest, I did not watch the movie last year with the Scare Zone, but I watched it before this year's event, and it got me even more excited. The set design is going to be insane on this one, and obviously gotta love the clowns, so looking forward to this.
And at number 5 for me is Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. I'm super excited for Yetis. Swamp Yeti from Slaughter Cinema last year was so amazing. So I'm excited to see it this year. And I expect it to be as cold as we were walking through that poltergeist house.
So my number 4 house is Ghostbusters, and I don't want to get a lot of hate, but I watched it for the first time as prep before this year's event. Really enjoyed it. Classic, like, 80s vibe. I really liked it. A little bit of cheesy, a little bit of, like, scary. Like, you could tell it was spooky back in the day, but still fun. And, again, I don't know, a lot of these IPs this year have really, really cool potential for like ginormous, awesome, detailed sets, and that's what HHN's good at. So I'm excited to see what they can do and make it look like.
Number 4 for me is Stranger Things. Just love this show. The house last year was amazing. I expect nothing but better things in this house. Hopefully we do get a good mix of season 2 and 3.
Okay, so my number 3 is Graveyard Games. This house, I think, has a lot of potential. Something that Dad said when he mentioned it, it just has a very classic, like, haunted house vibe to me. Like, I think it's just going to be overall general spooky, and I'm very excited for that. And honestly, it just sounds dope, so I'm excited to see what kind of creatures we're going to find, because it's not completely clear from the description, like, oh, you're going to get this and blank. So I'm excited to see what kind of spooky things are in there.
My number 3 is House of a Thousand Corpses. I know a lot of people did not like this movie, but I honestly really, really like this movie a lot. I think this is going to be an amazing house. I cannot wait to see the scenes. Bring on Dr. Satan.
So my number 2 is Stranger Things. This is the second year that they've got it at the event. Last year it was incredible. Not necessarily entirely scary, except the Demogorgons for sure got me, but just a really awesome thing to be able to walk through because it's such a cool show, so it's nice to be able to walk through the sets. This year I'm hoping for a lot of just cool stuff from season 2 and 3. I am a little afraid of over-relying on 2 just because 3 was less creature-oriented rather than story and big creature type stuff. So we'll see. I know they'll pull something cool off with like the bigger Demogorgons from season 3, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Is Universal Monsters. I mean, if it wasn't for the Universal Monsters, we wouldn't be here, right? So how cool are we going to get with Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon? Super, super excited for this house.
My number 1 most anticipated house this year may surprise some people, but it is the Universal Classic Monsters house. Sort of the same vibe I'm getting with Graveyard, just that classic spooky, what evolved horror type feel. So I'm looking forward to seeing, obviously, like Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, all that good stuff, Wolfman. And honestly, I'm just really excited to see what they do. And from the past, I know that like the tribute type houses with a lot of famous creatures and stuff have been good. So I'm looking forward to it.
So coming in at number 1 for me is Ghostbusters. I love this movie. It's a classic. This is going to be comedy, horror, and I'm hoping we get what we did with Poltergeist last year, where nobody expected Poltergeist to be what Poltergeist was, and for me it was the best house last year, and I'm hoping the same as that's what they pull with the Ghostbusters house, and bring on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
All right, everybody. That was our anticipation list this year for the event, and we're both looking very forward to, that was weird, very much forward to the event this year. Should be a blast. As previously mentioned, the vlogs are coming back finally, so hopefully you guys are excited about that. If not, let me know in the comments that you hate my channel. I would love to hear it. Dad, what would you like to say?
I'm excited for the event, as usual. I'm super excited that you get to go opening night now, because schedule has opened up for you. I will probably be at the event more than Brady will be this year, so you might get some dad vlogs this year. So hope you enjoy those too.
Pretty much with that being said, we're kind of done. So hopefully you enjoyed that I'm coming back again. If you don't, let me know in the comments how much you hate my channel. I'd love to hear it. And be on the lookout for an opening night Horror Nights vlog, like a proper vlog, because I know this is not quite the vlog comeback you're expecting. But yes, opening night Horror Nights, I will be vlogging, and I think Sunday as well. And the videos are coming back.